Okay, so here we are. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help. All right, so if you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help. We are going to be talking about the best deals you cannot miss in early Prime Day season. So what that means is that these are going to be the best deals likely on these products all the way into Prime Day. And if you have not heard, Prime Day is going to be 4 days this year, so it is way longer than usual. And then July 4th is also this weekend. So then when you combine July 4th with Prime Day, you're going to have a very long shopping window. What that also means is that because of this, everybody knows that the deals are going to, some deals or a lot of deals are starting next week. So a lot of the brands that are just know what to do on Amazon, what they do is that they will start releasing their best deals early. And we're seeing that right now. And right now we have Shark and Ninja, both companies, same company by the way, they are releasing some of their best deals early on Amazon. And what are these deals? Well, you're going to get a deal on this Ninja Artisan 12-inch pizza. Before you jump out at me and say, well, I'm not sure if this is going to be the deal I want. It doesn't make sense for me. Is this something that I typically want to buy? Well, let me showcase to you what the 12-inch Ninja is, and then you can decide for yourself. So if I go into my Amazon Live here. All right, so here's our Amazon Live. And we're going to go to our stream here. And then you're going to see this. You're going to see the Ninja Artisan Outdoor Pizza. You're going to see the price here. You're going to say, okay, should I buy it? Then you're going to say, what's the price? $199.95. First, that is the lowest price this product has ever been. Second, if you look at the overall cost and we look at this is probably the best mini oven. Forget outdoor pizza. Forget it. Forget this concept. The thing you gotta realize about this Ninja is that it is much more like what? It is much more like a pizza oven air fryer. What that means is that most of your ovens, pizza ovens in general, are going to cost you somewhere between $300 to $400 if they're using electricity, especially if they're using electricity that's safe and can go to 700 degrees. A lot of electrical pizza ovens are going to cost you 12-inch. It's going to still be about that $400 mark. So this is not only half cheaper, but if you were to compare this pizza oven to other pizza ovens, ones that use coal, wood, and you're going to say, I love wood-fired pizza ovens, I love coal-fired pizza ovens. Did you guys know that in order to make a fire hot enough to make actual pizza, to get it to 700 degrees, you are going to be going through a considerable amount of fuel, which means you're probably using a quarter, maybe a half bag of charcoal just to light up for your 12-inch pizza that you only have enough heat to make 2 or 3 at best, but you're going to use like $10, $15 worth of charcoal to do that. That is why the electrical pizza ovens, because it's easier to store, because it's easier to put outside, and because it's easier to clean, is really now one of the this is probably, for people who want to cook at home, the go-to way. Because the secret is it gets to extreme temperatures inside of here, 700 degrees, which is way hotter than what Shark and Ninja on the Ninja Pizza or the Ninja air fryers. I review them all. They typically max out at about like 450 degrees. So when you're looking at each component here and you're trying to figure out, is this going to be the right deal for yourself? Think of it this way. Do I need a pizza oven and did I want one? Because if I want one, how much do I have to pay for one, even if it was Prime Day, even if this was Prime Day? So let's go to right here. We're going to do a pizza oven, right? So we're going to actually look on Amazon. This 12-inch, I love this one. I love it. It's so beautiful, right? It's so beautiful. Well, guess what fuel you have to use, right? Guess what fuel you got to use, guys? So yeah, it's going to get hot, right? It's going to get real hot, but you got to use your own fuel. It already costs $150 more. And on Prime Day, even something like that, generally because it's stainless steel, the best you're going to see like 20-25% off. That's in our experience of just doing deals on Prime Day for like 14 times in a row here. So this is going to be like our 14th Prime Day here We've been here 6.5 years. Nobody's been here longer. So when I'm sharing you with the secrets, it is because you don't have, you could just look at the pricing of everything else, and then you would realize that the Ninja is a good price. Would you prefer to get the one that they use at Pizza Hut to just reheat your pizza? This is able to cook your pizza. Now, think about this. If you just get electrical, right? Let's find an electrical. Where do you guys see a good electrical? Right? Where do you guys see a good electrical that's like 200 bucks? I mean, there isn't one. And this is the other part about it. When you have an early Prime Day deal from Ninja and Shark, what they like to do is that on their bigger items, their bigger ticket items, the things that would normally get lost when there's everything on sale on Amazon, you know, the stuff that normally typically just gets lost because everybody's looking for the $50 television, which I would be shocked if there's a $50 TV this year. Shocked. Because we have not seen this $50 television deal since 2023. Yeah, it was 2022, right? That was the last time we saw it. For 23 and 24, we did not have that type of like doorbuster deal, right? We didn't get those for last year. Hold on. We're just gonna pop open our YouTube here, and then let's move on to our next product here, guys. All right, next up, you got the best overall deals right now that you're gonna see on the site. So let me share with you what they are. Philips, and this is the other products, right? Like I've been telling you, the higher end premium lines are generally more likely to have their best products heavily discounted before Prime Day, and then these will be becoming more expensive on Prime Day. That is how this works. So you have the option to get this, which is going to be either on the 9500 or you have the 9500, which is right here. So this is my toothbrush, right? This is the toothbrush I've been using, if I can focus on it. This is my toothbrush for over a year and a half. So a year. Actually, the 9500 I've been using for a year. So why do I recommend the 9500? Let me count the ways, just from personal experience as someone who uses this every single day, twice a day, is that the 9500 can be charged inside of a glass because it comes with a glass charging base instead of the one that's going to be kind of like a plastic stub, right? That's one difference. The other thing is that if I press too hard, there is a pressure sensor that's not only going to give you feedback in terms of the vibration in your hand, but also it's going to give you light feedback because this has an LED light. The lesser expensive versions do not. The build quality is going to be better on the 9500. But that's not enough reason for you to spend $150 on a toothbrush, right? You're like, why would I get this for $150? So let me explain why. First, it only goes on sale at $150 twice a year, 2 times. That is usually on Prime Day, and not if it's on July Prime Day, it's rarely going to be $150 again for the rest of the year. This is what we see. The other time is that there's normally a period around like February, like that this has been on sale for $150 one more last previous time. So again, the 9500, which is Philips' best toothbrush, period. There's no toothbrush that Philips makes that's going to be higher quality than this. Then you get the real-time feedback with the Sonic Care app. So you can get this and you're going to say, well, why would I want that? Here we go. So we're going to look at the Sonic Care app, right? You got the Philips Sonic Care. So you got the app, and inside the app, you get to connect a toothbrush. So we're going to just do this setup for you guys. So we're going to allow it. Now, your toothbrush is going to be able to be turned on. So we turned it on and it's looking to pair. It means your unit is a success. Your toothbrush is connected. Your Sonic Diamond Clean Smart. Okay. Okay, so why is that important? Now you're going to get real-time feedback as you brush your teeth. So a lot of these toothbrushes now come with some type of app experience, and the difference will be, let me just fill this out, is the difference is really coming down to, on the 9500, it tells you if you're pressing too hard, it tells you how much time you're spending on each part of your mouth, and it will keep a record of how many times you brush your teeth and for how long. So that if you're ever wondering, do I brush my teeth at night? Am I brushing long enough? It will remind you and tell you that. It will tell you what you're doing. And then you can dial it in because this has 5 different modes, including gum care and tongue health. So you can brush your tongue as well as your teeth and your gums. It's going to have 3 variable speeds, so it can adjust the speeds. Now, these guys, like the 7500 and the 6500, will come with 3 speeds, right? They'll give you 3 speeds and 3 modes. So it's not like you're getting a lot more modes here, but you're getting the ability to clean your tongue, and you're going to be getting the most advanced micro bubble creating toothbrush from Philips in the Philips line. So even if you gave this as a gift to somebody in the white, the pink, the black colorway, this is still, in my opinion, one of the best deals, if not the best deal, and this will not be better on Prime Day. Mark my words. We are only interested on early Prime Day deals, like what we're doing now, is to showcase to you deals that will exist before Prime Day, right? That are better than Prime Day. Because if it's not better than Prime Day, then I'm going to tell you to wait. Like I recommend deals to people, but if I'm like, you get it cheaper next week by like $50, I'm going to tell you to wait. I don't think this is going to be, and I think it has a high likelihood to get low stock, especially in the best colors, or even sell out by Prime Day. So that's going to be on the Philips here. Let me just do this real fast. Okay. I just need to fill something out quickly. And that's also how you know we're live, because I have no way to fake it. You know what I mean? And the other, let me remind everyone. So I'm getting older. And as you get older, when you have to scroll to put the year on your, when you have to scroll for the birthday whenever you fill something out? I really feel like I have to scroll for a long time, because now you have to scroll past like 2020s, 2010s, 2000s, depending on where you are. Why is it not letting me log into my Philips account? Now let me just log into my Philips account. And how was everyone's weekend, by the way? Did you do anything fun? Is anyone going anywhere for July 4th? Is July 4th this weekend just like an odd date? I feel like a lot of people, we'll do that back later. I feel like a lot of people have been trying to figure out, what am I going to do for July 4th? But you also realize that this year, there's not as much to do as previous years, right? There's just not as much to do. All right, other deals you see today are going to be on things like the Dyson V8. The V8 Plus cordless is on sale, $349. Now, you have reached the channel that is considered the expert on Dyson, all things Dyson. And I have actually, let me go get my Dyson V8. But just to show you guys, if I look up Dyson, right? I look up Dyson vacuum. So I'm just going to look up Dyson stick vacs. If you just look up Dyson, which one to buy, or any Dyson, well, I am still one of the top 3. Look at this. This is what I do. So let me get my Dyson V8. Hang out, stay right here, right? I'm not going anywhere, people. I need to just grab it because I want to explain something, because we're going to do a cross comparison for you guys between Dysons, right? You got the Dysons here, and we also got is the Furbuster still on sale right now? I'm wondering, is the Furbuster still on sale? Furbuster. FurGuard, I mean. Is the FurGuard still on sale? I don't know. I don't think it is. Oh no, I don't think is it? All right, I gotta look in my carousel. And guys, this is again this is gonna be my 14th Prime Day. So if you like Amazon Live, you like just knowing that this guy has been here as long as you've been on Amazon shopping your whole life, well, hit that follow button right there. Hit that follow button. And the TV, what? The TV sold out too? That's not fair. The TV sold out already? Did the TV sell out already, guys? Okay. I find all of this is incredibly unfair. The TV sold out while we're streaming to you. Uh, I don't know. It's just not fair, people. Where's the Bissell for? Okay, so I was gonna do this whole comparison between the Dyson and the Bissell. Now, historically, guys, the thing about big vacuums is that quarter of them, I would say a good half of them, the deals are going to be better on Prime Day, while half of them, the deals are better before Prime Day. So how do you break that together? How do you figure that? Well, for the Dysons, historically, the V8 last Prime Day hit 290, maybe 300, somewhere around there. So we are anticipating the Dyson V8 closer to 300 for Prime Day. The V11, again, V11, the lowest we've ever really seen it was like 369. Maybe we get 369 again this Prime Day, 350. That would be in line, right, with what we would expect, because that's also for Black Friday. What I really want to see is that Bissell, so Bissell, historically, the deals that we've seen all year long, the best ones have been about like 25, 30%. I think that's going to be in line with what we can expect from the Bissells out there. Shark Ninja, and this is one that's on sale. Like you see a ton of these Sharks right now on sale. So you have the Dyson V8 Plus for $350, but you also have a bunch of balloons, right? I'm going to get to this. Where's my phone? So just to prove to you the bunch of balloons, I just ordered a new set of bunch of balloons. So I'm with you, you know? We used all the bunch of balloons already in my house. So I had to buy new ones, and where's my orders? I bought it on my wife's account. I bought it on my wife's account. All right, let me share with you my wife's account. All right, here we go. All right, here we are. You want to see what's coming? My bunch of balloons, as well as my, shopping bags. So I am just like you guys. I shop a lot on Amazon. So I do that because I save money here. I save money. You think I shop on Amazon because I'm like streaming on Amazon? You know how many people? It's like saying like just because you're a chef, just because you make pizza every day means you eat pizza every day. No, but me, I stream on Amazon almost pretty much every single day for 6.5 years. But I also love to be on Amazon, and I shop on Amazon. That's how I know all this stuff. And it's not just in my curiosity and what I did before and my overall product knowledge of comparing everything together. It is also because I know this stuff because I use this stuff. So the bunch of balloons, $12.49. If you're interested for basically for July 4th, this is the best balloons that you can get. So I got it. They come in different sets, but this is probably the best balloon set you can get for July 4th. You're getting 100 though. So you're getting 100 red, white, and blue, and then you can have the Independence Day water balloon battle that you always dreamed of, and you could fill all these balloons in 10 minutes. Why? Because bunch of balloons means you just attach it to a hose and it will fill up all those balloons at once. That's why it's called buncho balloons. That's why it's called that, people. It's called that for a reason. Now I need to get to these. But buncho balloons. So the other thing about buncho balloons, as someone who buys them and uses them, is that the balloons themselves are smaller and more throwable. So they're kind of like in between a baseball and a softball, like a grapefruit size. It's not going to be too big, it's not going to be too small, and the material they're made out of is not going to be too hard. So the big thing that a lot of people have is problems with their balloons being irregular sized, and then one of your big kids, right, one of the older kids, will hit a smaller kid with a massive balloon. And guess what? That massive balloon, and that kid's going to eat it. As someone who just came from a trampoline park, like I took my son to a trampoline park for the last 2 days, and I can tell you, I have seen real violence at the trampoline park. All accidents, right? Nobody's doing anything malicious, but I've seen kids jumping like 20 feet in the air, and then they sit and they land on top of a toddler. People were yelling, screaming, like, oh my, it was hysterical panic. But that's real life. I feel like this can happen, but it won't happen if you get the bunch of balloons, because the bunch of balloons, they're more kids friendly and they're going to be a little bit smaller, but easier to fill, much easier to fill. All right, so next up we have our Amazon Fire TV stick. If you're interested, why are we recommending the Amazon Fire TV sticks? Because Amazon Alexa, the Alexa AI is coming out. This is only going to get better. And guys, remember, Fire is getting upgraded. So it's no longer going to be based off of Android starting the end of this year. So not only is it getting better, but you're going to see a lot of these software updates from Amazon. And I'm not just someone who just came out the street and said, I recommend this stuff. I'm someone who knows what I'm talking about. How do I know? Think about this, guys. I want to give you a good example. This is a really good example. Last Thursday or Friday, I said this Shark unit right here, this Shark Freestyle would be the best deal of the week. I said that. And nobody even knew what it was. People are like, how do you know? In the same day, it sold out. In the same day. It didn't even appear on anyone's chart, right? So we're going to look it up. Let me just look this up. So I'm going to give you a good example about why you got to know what you know on Amazon. Otherwise, people are just guessing and don't know. All right, so the Shark Navigator, last week we called this Freestyle the best deal of the week. And guess what? It's sold out. This is wild. First off, they sold all the units out that you can get for Prime, and now it's more expensive. So you're seeing these deals fluctuate real time between when you need to buy it, and because Amazon is a marketplace, so that means there's lots of different people selling stuff, and then the price adjusts, and Amazon adjusts it, and then if it gets cheaper on Walmart, it's got to get cheaper on Amazon. It's just how it is. Thank you, Rissa. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you. And I always try, for us, me personally, the main goal of mine is just to make sure that everybody is shopping and saving money. Because we all understand that we need to buy things. This is, like my wife will tell me something. Well, she always says, oh, we don't need to buy any more stuff. And then like come Friday, we're like, oh my God, I need this and I need that. Life has become a little bit more complicated that we just need some more stuff in our lives. But finding the right things that are going to last you, this is the way. And you know how you know that I am someone you can trust? It's because I drive a Toyota 4Runner. Guys, I drive a car. So I want to tell you, I drive a car that I purposely got just because I paid a little bit more money for it, but I do not want to have to do maintenance on my car. So I'm one of those people that is really, really practical, but likes to have nice things too. And this is one of them. So this is going to be one of the best deals, and we've been talking about this deal, and let's see. Guys, in the time that we have been streaming to you, this deal every single morning, the second we showcase this deal to you, it sells out. Every single morning, people, and we have done this 5 times in a row. Why? Because this Amazon television at $569, 75-inch QLED, is the best television deal on the internet right now. That's why it keeps selling out, because you can add on. This is the other, you can't see it here because it's not available, but let's say, yeah, it's not, look at that. People are buying all of them up. People be buying all of them up. The 55-inch is gone. The 50-inch is gone. Guys, this was not sold out this morning. That's what I've been trying to tell you, people. Not sold out this morning. Oh, but if you get the 4-inch protection plan for $160 more, it's $719. So do you know why this was such a good deal, especially when it was a $569? Hopefully they restock this. But these are the type of deals that happen before Prime Day. They are going to be on the higher ticket items. They're going to be on the more premium stuff because these items get lost on Prime Day, because everyone on Prime Day is like, I'm gonna get the lowest price, right? We are all in that mindset. But before Prime Day, everyone who's shopping for the good stuff, you know where you are. So you know who you are too. All right, so next deal we have today, it's going to be on this. We're going to talk about the best kids deal on the market right now. First, you're going to be getting the book bag. You get the Amazon Fire 7 Kids, right? This is the 7 Kids here. You get the Amazon Fire 7 Kids, and this is not the kids profile. Surprisingly, right? It's not the kids profile. What is it? This is the adult profile, because you will get a Amazon Fire 7 Kids That is basically just an Amazon Fire 7. It is the same tablet. This is a Fire 7. There is no difference in the tablet between the kids and the adult. Nothing. What the difference lies in, first, the kids is the same price as the adult, except you're getting a 2-year warranty, 2-year worry-free. It's like 3 months, 6 months here, only if there's a problem. Here, there just could be no problem. You could be like, oh, something broke with it, or I don't like what the screen is doing, and you could tell them, and they'll replace it. That is how good the warranty is there for 2 years. Second, it is coming with a protective case, probably the best protective case in the business. How do I know? We test protective cases for Amazon Fire tablets, right? We test all this Amazon stuff for 6-7 years. It's not like yesterday I just turned around and said, I think this is going to be a great case for everybody. It is because we have tested the cases on the previous Fire 7 and the previous Fire 7 before that. This is my third generation Fire 7. We have tested the Fire HD 8 since 2019, the Fire HD 7 since 2019. We have tried everything, and when I tell you that you can take this and drop it out of a moving car, it is because we have dropped it out of a moving car. But that's not the best reason why, right? Forget the case. It is that now you are getting the book bag. You're getting a book bag for free. The book bag is free. The book bag, if you just buy it yourself, is like $30. Let's say you're like, it's not worth $30. At best, fine, it's $15, right? $15 book bag. You're getting it for free. You could give it to somebody. It is a really good book bag, by the way. That's one thing. The other thing is you get your 6 months of Amazon Kids subscription for free. That alone is worth more than Netflix. That alone is worth more than Amazon Prime Kids. Why? Because Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime just regular video for kids. Why? Because if you get the video for Amazon Kids, not only do you get to control what they watch, but it's going to be including all of these different games. So I'm going to go to my kids profile here, right? We're going to go to our kids profile and I'll show you. I'm showing you, right? I just switched to profile, $45. I'm not doing anything crazy, right? I'm not doing anything crazy. We're switching the profile here. And I will share with you how much content you actually get. Because anybody who's like, oh, I think I could get more if I just get a regular Nickelodeon subscription, you get a lot of Nickelodeon here. You get a lot of Disney here. But you get books. And the books are the part that I'm going to show you. Probably the books is probably the most important part of the whole formula because you get a lot of books. Not just one, not just two. You're getting the library, the full consortium of them, all for $44.99, making it the best overall deal you see for Fire Kids deals, tablet deals today. So this is, again, this is the kids. So this is kids, right? This is the Amazon Fire Kids. I'm going to just go books. We're going to books, right? Forget the games, right? People are like, games. Look at the books you get. You don't get like regular books, guys. You get good books. You get Paw Patrol. You get all these. You get Moana, right? You get Marvel Comics. You get to pick what your Peppa Pig. All of this stuff is stuff that you got. Diary of Wimpy Kid. All this stuff you got to buy. And it's better than the books you get in the Amazon Kindle Kids. So why would you? Kindle Kids also comes with this subscription. So let's get there. But anyway, this is just the best overall kids deal, period. You can't beat it. And again, it's because you get the tablet. It's the same tablet as the adult tablet. You get the case. You get the kids subscription, not normally valued at $6 a month. So that's like $36. The bag, then the book bag. This is probably the best package deal. And it will not, in my opinion, and I don't know what's going to happen on Prime Day, but in my opinion, it won't get better for Prime Day. Why are we thinking that this is going to be better on Prime Day? That's my point. We don't need to think. I know that this is going to be the best deal right now prior to Prime Day for a kid's tablet. So that's going to be on that. We also got the Shark Pet, the cordless. And I'm going to do a quick check here. We want to check something. Let me check something fast. All right, so we're going to check on the Shark here. Now, The Shark is on sale. This is going to be on the pet cordless editions. So I want to explain to you, as a channel who reviews a lot of these vacuums, let me just flex how much I actually know. So this is going to be on this. Let me get the base for you guys. I got to move some stuff around the bases. Where's the base? Where's the base? Where are you, base? All right, where's the base? I'm looking for the base. All right, it's probably on the other side of my desk. But just to explain to you, so if you're looking at this and you're saying, why would I get the Shark? Is that the Shark, it can secure itself on this and stand itself up. So this motor is somewhere in this vicinity. Where are you, motor? Oh, here it is. It fell. Because it's not that big. Not that big. So the reason why we like it is that usually this would have cost you $200. But because of all of the improvements and how much competition there is now in this game, cordless stick vacuum game, between the Dysons and even from Shark and Ninja themselves, this is now $150. Is it a good deal at $150 for the pet? Yes. Why? Because if you're looking at the competition at $150, what is it? It is going to be this versus something like what you get on the Levoit, right? Something you get on the Levoit. Or you might want to get like the Shark Rocket Deluxe Pro. Corded, but probably the best corded stick vacuum on the market. That's not on sale yet. That's like $150, $70 right now. So still, this is going to be $150. Do I anticipate this being cheaper for Prime Day? No. Have you ever seen this at $150? No. Is it going to be disappointing at $150? No. And why is that? It is because you're still getting good battery life. It is because you're still getting the PowerFin base. But it's really because people who are, if you got $150 to spend on your cordless vacuum, you're probably not going to want to spend more money, or you don't have a big home where you can have like some charging base you're going to mount on the wall. So this makes charging and managing and just keeping everything neat easy, because you just pop this on the floor of your closet and store it that way. So that's why I really like the Shark design. It is not because it has the best suction power. I would say that the Tineco and the Levoit, they all have similar suction power now, but it's because of the innovation, just having this kind of flat model where you can just set it up and put it down. That's what makes it kind of worth $150. It's really coming down to like, what features are you really looking for? Because if you're going for straight suction power, then I would say step on up to the FurGuard from Bissell, because that's going to be having more suction power, but it's not going to necessarily be as, it's going to take more space. So it comes down to space, size, and what you're looking for overall. Hello. Okay, so next up we have, and this is what I do. So if you're watching me, guys, remember, I am always on Amazon. I'm on Amazon Live. I've been doing this for like 6.5 years. I have this YouTube for a very long time with my wife. And what I historically do is just I compare everything. So, I always get comments on my YouTube channel saying, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. Are you sure you do that? And I tell people, hey, I do this live every single day. Even my longest streak is 405 days in a row. So I streamed when my son was born. People are like, why would you do that? It's because, sometimes you got to have conviction. And for us, being here, my 14th Prime Day, I've learned every trick, right? I've learned everything about how Amazon and how a lot of these brands and what they do and what they like to do. So then I teach people how to save money. Because saving money is an art. Today's world, it's an art, because you have all these algorithms trying to, decide to make these decisions, like when's the best time to put this on sale based on geographics. But the one place that there is no algorithm that's going to, force their different things on you is Amazon. So Amazon is really that perfect pricing mechanism. Whatever you think about it, they get the price the lowest almost every time. And this is why, at least today, we are focusing on Amazon right now together. So that's going to be on sale, guys. You got these Samsonites. But then let's talk about, there is a deal I do want to talk about. Well, there's a product I want to talk about here with you guys, actually. So we share with you all of the... Oh. All right, my phone done. I got to wait till my phone comes back. So I'm going to charge my phone. I can't change my carousel because my phone's done. Okay, so what else is in my carousel? I need to look. I need to look myself physically. Fine. Let me see what's else in my carousel. And if you guys have any questions, be sure to ask me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have. All right, so you have the Samsonite Freeform that's on sale. We'll talk about this luggage in a little bit. Okay, so one thing I do want to talk about, guys, is that if you are interested in buying anything big, right? You're interested in buying air conditioning. You're interested in buying refrigerators. You're interested in buying stainless steel toaster ovens. All of the things that are stainless steel are potentially the price is going up. This has already because on June 25, the tariff on stainless steel appliances went into effect. So all these stainless steel components in these appliances are tariffed now at an additional like 30-40% more. So what we're trying to tell people is that if you are interested in getting good stainless steel appliances, now is the time. Now, these prices, if nothing changes, they will be higher, we anticipate, in the second half of this year. So Prime Day is going to be that really opportunistic window where you can take advantage of some of this pricing, right? You can take advantage of some of the price. I guess there's a price arbitrage here. And the other big thing is, if you guys have not seen this, and this is something I want to share with you guys, is, and we've been telling people this. So I'm going to share my screen quickly. So if I share my screen with you quickly here, and we go to my chat here. Can't see what I'm doing. All right. My mouse disappeared here. My mouse has disappeared. I need to take this down. Oh, what happened? Something happened. All right, anyway. So we have my mouse actually disappeared on me right now on my screen. So I'm trying to like click something, and then you ever try to click it, but you can't really see what is going on here. All right, here we go. I need a... Oh no, I hit something else. Oh no, I locked it. All right, got it. All right, whew. All right, my mouse clicker is back. When I activated that screen, my mouse just disappeared. All right, so what I wanted to share with you, so I can just put it on the page first, and then I'll talk about it with you. All right, we're going to put it on the page first. Here we are. Okay, so I put it on the page first here. You're going to see this Midea 12,000 BTU. Now, Midea had their U inverter thing, but I'm not here to show you this. What I am here to do is share with you that window AC prices have gone through the roof, and the price of indoor ACs have actually went down. So this Black & Decker, it's not on sale, but it was on sale pretty much the entire month of June for about like $389. I think that was the best price on it. That's 14,000 BTU, which is not the same as getting a 14,000 window AC. But watch what I do here. We're going to go up, change our size, and then we're just going to do this in terms of window. Here we are. Window. So window ACs, the price of window ACs has skyrocketed, people. So you just have to go to the size that you want, right? Not that we're not going to too small. So at 12,000 BTU, look at the price of all these. It's almost impossible to get a 12,000 BTU AC that's going to be less than $400, right? They're all pretty expensive. And if they are, they're from companies you never heard of. Like a Frigidaire is costing you $530. So I've always told people, why am I telling you this? It is because just a few weeks ago, we were telling people the window AC prices are skyrocketing and nobody saw it, right? People were not detecting it. And it's because window ACs, because they have to go inside the window, they have to use a certain, they pretty much have to be made out of steel. A lot of window ACs have used a lot of metal. And those prices of the metal have gone up. So window AC prices have skyrocketed. But you know what prices have gone down? Interesting, right? Interesting is that actually the price of portable ACs have gone down. So if we go here and we just go to portable, look at the price of a portable AC, not these, but you can get a 14,000. This is a 14,000 portable AC that's also a humidifier, and it's going to be, I think they have one that's a heater too, that's also going to be $500. But there's a lot of these units that are going to be way cheaper. Let me go to the right size. We're going to go to a little bigger size. Look at the price, $287. You know what? We got to add this inside of our carousel. This has to go inside the carousel. $287, you know, $278. You're seeing window ACs cost less. Portable ACs cost less than window ACs. For the first time, probably in my entire life, I can say this is happening. I've never, ever seen this happen. So again, for the first time in my life on Amazon, you will be able to get portable ACs historically cheaper than window ACs because portable ACs can use more plastic while window ACs have to use more steel. That's the difference. Why won't you charge? Okay, I need to get a charger. Why is this not charging? Okay, let's see. Next on our carousel, I can't see my carousel. That's the other thing here. All right, let's go back to the beginning once I can log back into my screen. And the other thing I want to share with you is if you're really into shopping and you're kind of trying to figure out what to buy on Prime Day and the best way to go about it, let me teach you a secret. And this is kind of like a secret that I try to teach people just to jailbreak it. So you're going to say, okay, I don't know if this is going to be cheaper on Prime Day. I don't know. But what you can do is you can add it to your cart, right? Add it to your cart. And inside your cart, when Prime Day comes around, once you open your cart, all of the price adjustments will show. So it will actively monitor what you're looking to buy inside your cart. So this is actually something that I recommend people to do. Anything you want to buy before Prime Day, put it in your cart. Put it in your cart. Instead of trying to search the entire website, just search it right now. You're like, oh, this is something I'm looking at. So let's say I'm looking at pizza ovens, right? Let's hypothetically. And you're interested in this one. You can just add it to your cart because right now it's not on sale. But if it's on sale on Prime Day, when you go and you wake up that morning and you look at your cart, it's going to say, oh, the price adjusted to $300. Oh, it's the lowest price ever. You know, it's going to give you this information and you didn't have to work hard for it. Because the other thing you can do, of course, this is the one that I recommend, you just want to hit that follow button right here. And then come Prime Day, every day, come Prime Day, all 4 days of Prime Day, I will be here with you. I'll be in the morning, I'll be in the afternoon. I will be here just telling you, okay, this is what's the best deal, at least in my opinion, because everyone's going to be shopping, everyone's going to be promoting their whatever. I'm not here to promote. I'm here to tell you, this is the best product, this is the best deal, you got to get it now. And every single Prime Day, ever since we've been on Amazon Live, I will guarantee that the first stream, half of our stuff will sell out by the morning. By probably like the end of the morning, half the stuff in our morning stream sells out. A lot of the time, a quarter of our stream will sell out during the stream itself, not just because of us, but because everybody is looking for, oh, I want to find the good deal. And the good deals, they don't have a lot of inventory. So they're really like doorbusters. So if you want to get those special deals, make sure to hit that follow button because I am here to help you. I'm here. Or subscribe button, or whatever you're seeing, whatever you're seeing. All right, so I'm going to get access again, and we're going to go back to our stream here. Okay, so remember the best things to buy, the best things to buy historically prior to Prime Day are going to be on the higher quality items, the things made out of steel, the things that normally don't go on big deal. That's why when you see a bigger, expensive product that you rarely see on sale, 40% off 1 week before Prime Day, normally, in my experience, the last 2 years, that is the lowest price, and they sell out before Prime Day. It is only the 30th of June right now. They are trying to sell these things out before July 8th. That's, it's every single, the last 3-4 Prime Days I've said this, and no one believes me. People are like, I'm going to wait till Prime Day. I'm like, the price is going to be more expensive. Or it's going to sell out, I'm telling you. And last Prime Day, let me tell you the products that actually happened to. The Ninja's promotions last Prime Day was for coffee. So all the coffee makers, they had their specialty coffee maker and they had their pro editions. They were 50% off before Prime Day. On Prime Day, they were 35% off. Right? You're like, what? Does that make sense? That's actually how Prime Day works a lot of the time. All right, so the best deals overall that we're seeing right now are going to be on things like the Philips Sonicare. Let's also add in this new product here. So we're going to add in the product. Because one of our favorite deals also was on Pizza Stone. All right, here it is. I got to add in this AC, guys. This AC, people are going to die for it. And ACs, if you did not get your window AC yet, guys, they're getting more expensive. People have been sleeping on this, and I think people are not seeing it yet, or they don't realize it. What other things have I noticed have been getting more expensive? It was really the ACs. Some small appliances, television prices have actually started. The on the cheaper panels, we did see them price decrease a little bit, but actually overall this year we haven't seen these massive television discounts. That's surprising. So every year prior to this year, we saw like huge discounts. We saw like the LG's already 50% off by like 8 months in. Now they're not doing this as heavily. They're not as heavily discounted. All right, so let me just add this. I'm just trying to put this in. Hard to talk and do everything at once. Here we are. Okay, got it. And if you guys have any questions, make sure to ask. Because almost everything you could think of, like, should I buy this? Should I buy that? Because you can go on the website, and it doesn't have to, if you're shopping on Amazon and you're like, what should I buy? So I want to show you guys. This is what people are buying today. You could just go to your bestsellers. On Amazon, people really love Celsius. I don't know, like, I get the Nespresso capsules on Amazon, but who is buying all this Celsius on Amazon? It's like, people are just too embarrassed to buy this from the supermarket or something. Face towels have been huge. The other thing, let's see. So one thing I want to share with you is actually, what is the best-selling electronics on Amazon? Oh, what's the best-selling televisions? They're all under $250. If we go to televisions, they're all like $200, $250. So inexpensive televisions are ruling the roost here. They're ruling the roost, except for this 75-inch. Like this $69.99, 32-inch, that's a really good deal. We're going to add that in too. We're going to add that in. And if you're like, oh, how do you know about it? You guys, I have the review of this. If you look this up on YouTube, you will see my face. I promise you, you will see my face being like, the F20 is a very good television. It has a certain amount, it has a higher level of brightness than you got previously from the Best Buys. And on the Insignia panels that came after the F20, like the F50, there's not a big, like, visually at this side, I don't know if you can really see a difference. You're going to say, well, one's going to be a little bit brighter than the other, but that's because they adjusted, I think they adjusted their panel brightness out of the box. So I don't know if it's because of the panel or because of the television. Sometimes you're just not sure. You're not sure yourself. All right, so let's get back to it. The best overall deals we're seeing today are still going to be on things like toothbrushes, guys. So toothbrushes is where it's at. So on Prime, early Prime Day deals, or early Prime, Philips toothbrushes. So if you got the 95, this is the 9500. This is Philips best toothbrush, best. And I want to put out a review for it because I've been using this for a year and a half, right, or a year. And you can see like my foil is falling off the bottom. But this has really been my favorite toothbrush. And it's been my favorite toothbrush specifically because of the size of the bubbles. So, when you put them side by side, and this is on one, there's not going to be like a huge audible difference. Like one's not much louder than the other. But the 9500, because it tracks what you're doing, it lets you know if you're brushing your teeth the right way, how much pressure you're using, if you're spending enough time, where you're spending that time. Because it does that, you just get more feedback with the 9500 than the 7500 or the 6500. You also get the ability to use it with your tongue because you get tongue care. And that really does help with bad breath, right? So that's really who this is for. If you are someone who's also data focused and wants the best toothbrush, that comes with the best carrying case, that comes with the wireless charging cup, not the wireless charging base. So it's a way more classier outfit, and it's at the lowest price we have ever seen it at $150. The 9500 here is definitely going to be from Philips best toothbrush for the price. Now, I'm not saying this is the best value. The best value from Philips, to me personally, is going to be like the 5300. That's like $50 on sale. It's going to come with 2 functions, less than this. This is coming with gum care. This is a 7500. But you can get one that comes with just 2 functions, 3 speeds, and that's going to be really good if you just brush your teeth. But if you want a little bit more, the 9500 at $150 just also makes a great gift idea. I got my mom the 9500 because at the same time, one cavity is like $250, right? Even if you have copay, one cavity for me, I have great dental, $150. So it's not like I could get a cavity and it's cheaper than getting an electrical toothbrush. The electrical toothbrush is still way cheaper than just getting one cavity, and forget the discomfort, forget all the insurance costs, forget everything else too. All right, so we're gonna start wrapping it up here. So we're gonna start wrapping it up. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Let me see on our chat if anyone has any questions for me. Yeah, anyone have any questions? Anyone got any questions? I'm gonna type it in. Any question? No. I need to get into my account. How do I do that? Let me see if I can comment back at you guys. All right, here I am. I'm going to comment back at you guys. I'm going to say, okay. All right, so any questions, anybody? So let me wrap it up on this note here. So just to share with you, this is the video that I'm doing right now. I'm talking about and comparing the best Bissells versus the best Sharks in terms of these coreless stick vacuums. And guys, I do this as a theme of the show. We've been doing these tests for like 7 years. And there's been new contestants, right? The Levoit has been a really good contestant recently. And Bissell, I'm going to just hint at you guys. I think Bissell has the best $200 stick vacuum, at least the best $200 stick vacuum that I would recommend coming out. So I'm curious to see how that's going to stack up in our test versus the Dyson V8. Because what I'm really noticing is that, to me, the Dyson V11 is probably the sweet spot for most people if you're getting a Dyson. But the Dyson V8 has been such a popular vacuum for the past 2 years, even past 6 months, that the Dyson V8 is making a resurgence. I think Dyson V8 is probably going to be Dyson's most popular vacuum because, it's the smallest. I guess that's what it's coming down to, because I would go with the Dyson V11. It's more powerful. The V8 is the smallest. It has 115 air watts, and people really like exactly how it performs relative to its competition. I used it, we tested. I have a V8 for over 4 years now, 4 years. We have the Dyson Car and Boat, which is also a Dyson V8. And, you can't go wrong with a Dyson. I think that's the best thing with the Dyson these days, is that they've really, if you're getting the classic edition Dysons, you can't go wrong with them anymore because they've really perfected it. You know exactly what you're getting. And if you get them on sale, which to me, the Dyson V8 on Prime Day, the best price in the Black Friday, we normally see them for like $280. So maybe $290. So this year, because of everything that's happening, I would be shocked if they're not like $310, $315, somewhere $300-ish. The Dyson V11 last year we saw for $370, $369. So this year, hopefully we see it for $380. Because I'm not going to say we're going to beat last year's pricing, so don't expect that. But I think this Prime Day, this upcoming Prime Day, is always, the whole year, always the best shopping week online for the whole year, best prices, at least on everything you can buy on Amazon. So Black Friday, you might have different deals from various other brands, but the best overall deals of the entire year online from somebody who has been doing this for 6-7 years. This is 14th Prime Day. Every year, it's always the July Prime Day, the June Prime Day, whichever the summer Prime Day is. Always that Prime Day is the best shopping holiday online for the entire year. So if you want to know what to buy, I will be here with you nonstop on Prime Day, into Prime Day, showing you what to buy, explaining you what's good, just sharing with you the message that if you know how to shop on Amazon, not only can you get things way cheaper, but you don't need to even check other websites because you already know. I already know that 95% of the stuff on Amazon is cheaper on Amazon than at Walmart. I already know that majority of Amazon is way cheaper than Target. You're going to say, how do I know that? Because we did so many comparison reviews. I already did all of them. I pull my hair out trying to explain it to people. It's just that for whatever reason, it's always the lowest on Amazon. Just how it is, how it rolls. All right, y'all. So let's check it out. Let me check it out. What is going on? All right, we got. I'm just checking. I'm just checking what we're missing today. If we are missing today, anything. All right. So next up we have. So that was our Dysons, and I'm really curious. This is probably the most curious thing here. Are they going to get more stock of the Fire TVs? So we have been sharing with you guys this message. Oh, they're back in stock. Back in stock. Okay, guys. So you guys got to sit with me here. You guys got to hang out with me right now. I'm going to explain to you this TV deal. No question. Well, let me explain to you this because it's what? All right. Look at this. It's only in stock if you buy it through Prime. This is so curious. This is so curious. Watch. Hold on. You can only get this if you buy it on Prime. Let me change this. I'm going to change my window. Okay, here. What? It was just it was just in stock. Guys, this one, I'm telling you, this one is like, it just keeps changing. All right, let's see if we can get it again. Let's see if we can get it again. So this has reached the Amazon Fire Omni 75-inch television. If I can get it back. Where is it in my carousel? The Amazon Fire 70. So yeah, this has been the hottest deal on Amazon. Anytime you see it appear live, people have been buying it. People have been snatching this TV. So how do I know? What do I know about it? If you look it up, right? We just look at Amazon QLED OmniFire. I literally said every TV will copy it because of the tile system. So Amazon really dialed in this tile system that helped make it more of a frame television. And you see this kind of design philosophy permeating not just from Amazon TVs, but it went across their entire line, right? They're lined up. Everybody's all about tiles these days. Even Apple. Apple is going back to like glass tiles or something. But the QLED series, the 75-inch, gives you this, right? It gives you this. So the size of it, first off, it's massive, 75 inch. I have a 77-inch television, guys. It is way bigger than a 65, way bigger. The other part about this television is that out of the Amazon television, it has the best color. The mini LED, which I had the opportunity to experience and watch for about 30 minutes at Vegas during CES, I don't have the mini LED. I don't have space for it. But the QLED is very, very close. The mini LED is only going to be a little bit brighter. But the QLED, this is the actual picture of what it looks like inside when you have all the lights off. But the QLED is also going to be brighter than the LED edition. So why do I recommend this TV? It is not just because it is $569. It is not just because you're like, QLED, mini LED, who cares, right? You might not care. Why I recommend this television is 3 things. 75 inches for $570, very good picture, build quality is good. Okay, that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, likely more important for you, the online, and if we ever get this back, if this ever reappears, now you got to refresh this. This has reappeared a few times today, but every time it reappears, someone buys it right up. This has the better warranty when you buy it on Amazon. Not the warranty you can get for like $40, for $50 for like 3 years. This warranty here only applies when you do it this way. There's going to be another warranty box that appears when you can buy it on your own. Definitely get the warranty through Amazon if you're worried about the panel. But third, this television is coming from Amazon. So if you have any issues with it, it is easy to return. Easy. Because Amazon is coming with you on their devices with the 1-year limited warranty and a 30-day Amazon device return policy. So compared to other televisions, especially if you get a 75-inch, it will be easier to return this back to Amazon than it is going to be lugging the big television from your house back to the store. So there's many reasons why to get it. A, you can't get a 75-inch television home delivered to your house for $570. So when this is back in stock, and this is the perfect example of what Amazon likes to do before Prime Day. They want the best deals on their best products to happen before Prime Day, because on Prime Day, you got to focus on, should you get the Echo Dot for $25 or should you get this for $30? Because nobody's really focusing on those products that are like $600, $700 on Prime Day. It's really everyone's focusing on $100, $50, $100, $50. That's what they focus on. So you got to pick which one is best for you in terms of price, and you got to pick the best one for you in terms of overall reliability. And in our opinion, this television, which is giving you the entire ambient experience from Amazon, which is giving you a more ambient experience than what you get from the Samsung Tile TV that you see right here. This is a Samsung Tile. Behind this television, I have another picture frame device, right? The Murad. That's like $700 picture frame behind it, digital. But this is the Tile. This works, and it's a good TV. Good television, y'all. A good television. Okay, so I think with that, let me see. Does anyone have any questions? Person with the anyone with any questions? Anyone with any questions? Because if there's something you guys want me to talk about, you want me to show you guys, I'm here for you. If you guys want to just talk about like earbuds next time, we can do an entire show where I'll just explain to you the difference between all the earbuds. If you guys want to just do headphones, you want to just do Fire tablets, that's every Fire tablet. You want to just do Echo, like any of this stuff, guys. I'm the master. The master. Robo vacuums, real master. I can explain the difference between almost every single RoboVac you can get right now from every major manufacturer, from Roborock, Dreamy, iRobot, Eureka, who else? Shark, Ninja. What do you want? I got to do it all. I got game, spitting game. All right, people, but with that, I'm going to thank you for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to make this live streaming more focused, and every day we get to Prime Day, it's going to get better and better. And on Prime Day, I will share with you exactly what to buy, what to do, and where to buy it. If you like that, hit that subscribe, follow wherever it is around you, and catch me next time on the next show. And this is David with the French Glow signing off. I'll catch you next time. Bye, 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 everybody. Bye, guys. Bye.